take the snap as the quarterback. So I'd like to see probably a Max Davis run here, Matt.
Yeah, Max Davis in the backfield.
Double wide receivers right. In the shotgun is Wells. Max Davis on his hip. And Wells calls out the
And good evening and welcome to the Red Zone radio broadcast. I'm Kevin Hastings, along with Chip Carter's in the house. Zach will join us here in a minute. Andre might be here tonight, but we're going to have scores and highlights from all the games across the air tonight. We've got 6 games of highlights. We've got 4 broadcasts tonight. We've got highlights from Burns and Bessemer, High Brighton at East Rutherford, East Gaston at Lincolnton. And no, we don't have highlights of that one. We got to broadcast that one. We got highlights of Cherryville and Shelby, highlights of East Lincoln at North Lincoln, highlights of South Point and Ashbrook tonight, and highlights of West Iredale and Maiden.
Our only video game will be the WAGY, the Waggy game, High Brighton at East Rutherford. Burns and Bessemer City will be audio only. That will be on 101.5 WOHS. Normally that's the Shelby station, but with Shelby playing Cherryville, that game will be on 92.9 WCSL. Jawan and Brian Free taking care of that game. You'll hear Tom Sinafani and Matt Royster on 101.5 WOHS with the Burns Bessemer City game. If you want to tune in to Brent Pasco and Jeff Jones, if you're a Shelby Golden Lion fan, you want to hear your usual broadcasters, you can tune into KTCBroadcasting.com. You can listen to them online. But we got those games, and again, we'll have highlights of the other games. Looking forward to a fun night of Friday Night Football. Certainly interested. I know Brian Branch and Ken Lincoln, I talked about it in the Witherspoon Insurance pregame show. South Point and Ashbrook, that ought to be a fun matchup. When a lot of these games will be good to see and see how they turn out. See if we have any surprises. But getting things underway, kicked off here, and we'll see how things turn out as the night goes on.
All right, Chip, I'm going to let you go through all the games tonight real quick, and then we'll turn it over. We're going to start out at the Cherryville at Shelby broadcast, and then we'll send it out to Jeff and Brent for that one.
All right, thank you, Kevin. Our games this evening, also a big shout-out to Pete's Fish Box for dinner this evening, providing dinner to us and our sponsor. Big shout-out to Pete's Fish Box. Dinner was delicious. Appreciate their support. As we look at our games this evening, again, we've got Burns at Bessemer City. That is audio only. That'll be on 101.5 WOHS. Tom Sinafani and Matt Royster bringing that game to you on WOHS. On Waggy, WAGY, High Brighton travels to East Rutherford to take on Philip Russ's Cavaliers. We've got East Gaston at Lincolnton. On 92.9 WCSL, the Cherryville Ironmen travel to Shelby to take on the Shelby Golden Lions. Jawan and Brian Faree will be on WCSL. Again, you can listen to Brent Pasco and Jeff Jones on KTCBroadcasting.com of that same game. East Lincoln travels to North Lincoln tonight. The Mustangs take on the Knights. In South Point, is that where Potter is this evening? East Lincoln, North Lincoln?
No, they're actually at Lincoln tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We do have highlights at East and North, though.
Okay, so East and North have highlights of that. David Potter is at at Lincolnton as they host East Gaston. And then again, as we mentioned, South Point travels to Ashbrook. We've got North Davidson at Davie County. Mooresville travels to East Forsyth. Charles D. Owen heads down the mountain to take on Polk County. Avery County heads up the mountain, or across the mountain, I should say, to Madison. The Mitchell Mountaineers will travel to Hendersonville, take on the Bearcats. West Stokes hosts Statesville. It's Kings Mountain heading over to Gaston County to take on Forest View. Highland Tech takes on Stuart Kramer. North Gaston welcomes Hunter Huss to campus. It'll be North Stanley hosting Mountain Island. Christ the King travels to Lincoln Charter. I think this game will be, Christ the King will be, I think that game is actually going to be on the campus of Lenore-Ryan University, but Lincoln Charter is hosting that game against Christ the King. Fred T. Ford travels to Hickory to take on the Red Tornadoes. It's St. Stephen's at Mount Airy. Watauga travels to Asheville to take on Clyde Irwin Warriors. T.C. Robertson heads to South Caldwell. It's South Iredell at Alexander Central. The Inca Jets head out to McDowell. A.C. Reynolds travels over to Freedom. Thomas Jefferson, with the long haul of the night in a conference game, which is crazy to me. Thomas Jefferson at Albemarle. Chase takes on West Caldwell. It's Drawn in Rutherford County. Head over to Rutherford County to take on R.S. Central. Patton at East Burke. Bunker Hill takes on Bandies. Maiden hosts West Iredell. Lake Norman Charter is at Corvian Community. North Iredell hosts Pine Lake Prep. Bonnie Cone is at South Stanley this evening. The Pisgah Bears head over to Henderson County, take on the Vikings of North Henderson. Smoky Mountain also in Henderson County as they take on the Eagles of East Henderson. And West Henderson travels to Haywood County to take on the Tuscola Mountaineers.
All right, folks, Burns has already scored. Amy, did you catch the score there? There I go on the commercial. All right, so these people are worthless around here, Chip. Can't get no help around here for nothing. We'll go back. Burns did just score. We're going to take it out to the field. We'll listen to the Shelby game right now.
So that's going to make it 2nd down and 14.
Pruitt hadn't had a carry all season, so that just kind of shocked me a little bit. Got 4. And now handoff up the middle. Not much doing. They're going to be still shy of the original line of scrimmage.
Yep, he's going to be just beyond the 20-yard line. So he's going to give him the 21s. That was a 2-yard gain. That's going to bring a 3rd down and 12.
So 6-yard run and then about a 2-yard run. And now it looks like Pruitt again on 3rd and 12, and he gets maybe a yard, if that.
So that's going to bring up 4th down. Yeah, so Pruitt now has 2 carries in the season, both in this ball game.
Yep.
So 4th down, and maybe they did give him 1. So it's 4th down and 11.
So Pruitt for 1, and like you said, 4th and long. Kind of a surprise that they went with a run on 3rd and 12. And now they're going to punt it right back to the Golden Lions. Back deep is Emmanuel Collins, and he is a threat. This ball's sidewinding caught at the Shelby 49, all right to the 40, 35. He's tripped up. It's going to be about the 34, maybe the 35 of Cherryville after the punt. So nice return there by Man Collins.
That was a 30-yard punt, but there was a nice return for Shelby that time. So Shelby's going to start on the Cherryville side of the ball on the Cherryville 35 with 8 minutes left here in this first quarter. No score. Both teams have had the ball once and punted. Golden Lions had the only first down.
16-yard return for Collins. 1st and 10, and whistle blows.
Cherryville's going to take a timeout. They were running a player on, so we can take that timeout, Brent.
All right, 7:59 to go. First quarter. We'll be right back. No score.
In Cleveland County, you might see me at a local sporting event, the Cleveland County Fair. We might cross paths at the grocery store.
Joe, you had 4 on that carry? It was 1? Okay.
And that is Keon Smith, the leading rusher.
Okay, so that was 1 on the carry. So it's going to be 2nd down and long, 2nd down and 17. I formation for the Jackets again. Chastain up under center. I formation. He's going to throw it. He's back. He lets it go. Man's out there, caught Nice looking play for the Jackets, as that one's going to go for 18 yards and a Falston Pharmacy first down. See who caught it. 57 catches it.
Yep.
So I guess they just report him as eligible, but he's got an 18-yard reception and the first down for the Jackets of the game. A ball all the way out to the 40-yard line.
Looks like they spotted it on the 35 there.
Yeah, 18-yard gain is what I meant to say. From the 17 to the 18, 35-yard line. Thank you, Matt. And nice-looking play by the Jackets, and Chastain put it on the money.
Yeah, don't expect them to throw the ball too much, but it looked pretty crisp on that play.
So 4-down lineman for Burns as Chastain comes up under center. I formation again. And now Chastain looked like a quarterback sneak. Is that a keeper?
That's a keeper. Hit
So
hard there. Nate
yeah.
Wilson made the tackle for Burns.
So Chastain keeps it and gets good yardage. Got about 4 to be 2nd and 6. So Chastain is 17, isn't he, Matt?
Chastain is...
It's hard to see the numbers. What's that? He's 9.
Chastain is 9, yeah.
Okay. So he'll get 4 yards. We're sorry, we're kind of doing our best tonight with our vision. So it's 2nd down and 6. And 4-down line with Burns. Chastain under center. I formation for the Jackets again. And they're going to try Smith, and it's going to be another Falston Pharmacy, Putnam Distributors penalty. It's going to back him up 5 yards. It's a pre-snap penalty.
Yeah, Smith kind of leaned in that one a little early. Got about a split-second head start there.
So that'll back it up behind the sticks, make it 2nd down and 11 for the Jackets. And this drive so far has had 3 plays on a first down, and it also had 2 penalties.
We'll give a shout out to Floyd Williams and Jesse Wilkerson. Appreciate y'all guys listening in.
So 2nd down, 11 for the Jackets as Chastain comes back in there. We see the big number 9 on his back. It's definitely easier to see this Bessemer City numbers in white on that yellow background.
Smith in the backfield now.
And now Chastain.
Smith and Chastain both back there, yep.
And Chastain coming up under center. I formation again, and they're going to run it with Smith again. He's through a little crease until he's wrestled down. Penalty flag in the area of holding, but we'll check it.
Holding it, I don't think it's a face mask, but probably will be a holding.
Let's see if they going to back the Jackets up on this. And that's going to be personal foul. No, somebody got a hold of the face mask. That's going against Burns, and that's another Falston Pharmacy first down.
Well, the way he came down, it almost looked like somebody grabbed it. So that's kind of why I thought.
Yeah, I was hoping it was holding, but in that area, it was right. He literally threw it right at the tackle. And that's going to move it up to the 50-yard line. So the Jackets committed a couple penalties, but benefit from that major penalty. Now they've got it up to the 50-yard line. Drive started back inside their 25.
Ball's right at midfield.
But they are at midfield. Chastain up under center. I formation again for the Jackets, and they're going to give it to Newton up the middle, and it's just a rugby scrum, and it'll be pushed back and little to no gain.
Yeah, Max Davis, a couple of guys. Initial tacklers there for Burns.
So big number 57 gets a yard, or give him 2. They gave him 2 yards, and it'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Yellow Jackets.
You don't see many number 57s in the backfield, do you, Tom?
No, I thought they may make him wear an eligible number, but I guess he just reports as eligible, and it's okay. So Chastain going to the sidelines to get the play. And Bessemer City huddling up. They're in no hurry. They've had the balls working on 3 minutes. 2nd down and 8. Now inside Burns territory. Burns again with a 4-man front. Bessemer City staying in that power I formation. Chastain back, throws it over the middle. Man's out there, complete. And it's going to be another first down. And it's going to be a gain of about 11 by number 10. Sanders with the reception.
That's 27, Robert Rankin on the tackle there.
So that's up to 27 yards passing. And as we said, another Falston Pharmacy first down. That's the 3rd Jacket first down. So they're moving the football. They're inside the 40 to the 36-yard line. And again, taking their time as they huddle up. Chastain's going to come back. Now we're going to have a timeout, so we'll take it with them. Burns leads 7-0, but Bessemer City on the move. We'll be right back.
If you need fireworks for your event, then call on Contracted Pyrotechnics and talk with Dustin Ledford today. They are the bomb.
So one offensive touchdown and now one defensive touchdown, sponsored by Numbers Tax and Bookkeeping of Shelby. Morgan, Collins, Grenier, and the kick's good. Shelby 14, Ironman nothing. We'll be back after this.
From the field as we are at any stadium, but we've got cranberry numbers on white uniforms and bright yellow numbers on black uniforms, so it's a little easier on us trying to pick things up, but sometimes it's still a bit difficult. Stillwell in the shotgun, hands off the other direction. This time it's number 5, Chris Levy. Levy goes through the right side, short gain on the play.
Yeah, it's one thing, and Lincolnton's doing a great job of kind of disguising some of the blitzes. That time they brought in outside linebacker, say, Coleman, who made the initial hit, and then, of course, as we mentioned, Mayfield there to finish it off.
We'll be calling his name a lot tonight, I'm sure. So 3rd and 7. Just past the midway point of the first quarter. This time 3 wide to the wide side of the field. Stillwell back, rolls that direction, but a whistle. We're waiting to see what offside on Lincolnton on that one.
Yeah, that'll bring it.
So that's a free 5.
Bring it up to 3rd and 2.
Yeah, much more manageable, especially the way Lincolnton's slicing through the offensive line on several plays already.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to kind of move Mayfield around. Looks like he's more of a defensive end here a little bit rather than linebacker, standing up.
Little confusion by East Gaston. Play clock down to 7. Now they're set. 4, 3, 2. Under center, Stillwell takes a snap and hands off to his running back and almost to the Lincolnton lineman. They're both there just about the same time.
Yeah, Peyton Grooms there, number 20, like I say, came in from his middle linebacker position, just blew right through a hole, and a big loss. 3 yards, another tackle for loss. I think I'm going to be writing TFL down here on this defensive sheet here quite a bit.
3 already that I know of. So coming on to punt for East Gaston will be, looks like 20 again, Caleb Smith. And now another whistle.
Be a timeout.
And timeout on the field taken by East Gaston. So they'll take a timeout. So will we. We'll be back with more after this.
Be prepared for the flu season. Stop in with no appointment.
On the catch, and that was Julius Martin. No, excuse me, that was 22 off of that. That was Jason Airwood, the tight end. Great catch, great run, all the way down to the 43-yard line.
And that'll be a David Norris first down.
All right, we have a timeout now.
Timeout. Take a timeout and call Raymond James Financial Service in Forest City. C.N. Direct, C. and Deacon Bright for experience.
Men. And once again, back deep, Emmanuel Man Collins standing on his 41-yard line.
He did it all last series. He had a 16-yard punt return, and then on the very next play, he caught a 35-yard touchdown pass, and then he held for the point after touchdown. So. Play clock was down to 2. Shelby put some pressure on. This is a low kick. It's going to actually be a pretty good kick. It's going to bounce out of bounds on the Cherryville sideline at about the Shelby 43.
34-yard punt, no return, but the goal lines will take over on the Shelby 43. As Brent told you, there's 5 minutes and 26 seconds left in this first quarter. Golden Lions lead 14-0 on your No Malarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Only been one first down tonight. That's sponsored by Gutter Guard of Kings Mountain. Very first offensive play, Golden Lions picked up 27 yards. And after that, they went 3 and out, and then they scored on one play the last time they had the football.
Yeah, Cherryville's got 6 yards of offense, but they've got 15 yards of penalties, so they're kind of net -9 counting the penalties. Shelby's got the screen set up. It's caught by J.J. Williams. If he hits the sideline, he's gone. 35-40. Inside, cuts back 25-20, 15-10, 5. But there's a flag down all the way back to the Shelby 44. So that was a 57-yard touchdown catch, but I think it's coming back.
All I can figure is maybe they're going to say ineligible man downfield. I know that T. Hollifield is trying to talk to the official like, hey, I went downfield after the pass.
They're discussing it. Yeah,
if it was a screen pass, you can go downfield on a screen pass.
So let's see the call. Coach Wilbanks out there asking the white hat, what's the call here? They're calling a personal foul on both teams.
Both teams, personal foul, offsetting penalties. Oh, my goodness.
So we'll replay it. So
it wasn't an ineligible man downfield. It was personal foul on both teams. So that offsets.
So that'll negate the 57-yard touchdown catch by Williams. And that was a really good run after the catch. He kind of bobbled the catch to start the thing, and then he almost stumbled and fell. And then once he finally got his feet, he hit the sidelines, made one cutback at about the 25.
Once again, we've got another flag down. I think it's the sideline warning, I believe.
Yeah, on the Cherryville side. So, yeah, it's been a weird start to this game, Jeff.
So the officials have made all their interesting calls. The players with the knee pads not over their knees, and now we've got the sideline warning.
And finally, 1st and 10, handoff, and that's Jalen Tate. He's in the clear. He's got about 10.
And that will be the second first down for the Golden Lions, and then our first down sponsor, Gutter Guard of Kings Mountain.
So they're going to give him
maybe 11.
Let's see, that one from the 43, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Actually 10.
Yeah, 10 yards.
10 on the nose.
So like I said, just the second first down for either team. And Tate, our player to watch, has his first good carry. He's got 2 rushes for 10 yards now. 1st and 10 at the Cherryville 47. And Farmer's going to throw, and he's going deep, and he's got J.J. Williams, but it was a little overthrown.
And J.J. was looking over his inside shoulder, and the pass was over his outside shoulder. And by the time he looked outside, he wasn't able to catch up to it. So I'll tell you what now, one thing I like what Cherryville's doing, Brent, is they're getting pressure on the quarterback because they're bringing the rusher late every time. And that's on Land to pick that up once they bring that late guy, and he's done a good job the last 2 times.
2nd down and 10, and Williams has to think, man, that's 2 touchdowns I could have had. Now Tate up the middle for about 3. It's going to be 3rd and long.
This is a much stouter defensive front for the Ironmen than for the last several years. I'm pretty impressed at looking at their technique. And they've got a big nose guard. He's number 75. They don't have a 75 on their roster, but I'm guessing it's Jacob Truitt, 6 foot, 325 pounds.
Yeah, he's over 300. They also got 25 out there. That's Gabriel McSwain. He's 6 foot, 205, and of course we mentioned 55. Kerrigan, he's 6'2", 230. So good size. And Land's going to run the option, pitch it to Tate, and what a great
catch by
Tate, and then
it was not the greatest pitch, but he reached back to make the catch, and then there wasn't anybody out there.
And he bowled over Whitworth at the end of that run. That's a 14-yard Gutter Guard of Kings Mountain first down run by Jalen Tate, and most of that was Jalen.
Well, he wasn't touched for his first 10 or 12 yards, and then he ran over a guy.
Yeah.
But that was a great catch. That could have been a pitch that was just disastrous.
Farmer did pitch it right at the last second as he was getting hit. Now the slant caught by Kendrick Raper inside the 15.
And, yeah, that was well covered. That was well covered, but it was a perfect pass. And that was off that play action. And so that's a nice play. That is the 4th first down, and that's Gutter Guard of Kings Mountain, our first down sponsor.
Kendrick Raper, that's an 18-yard catch. And how about that? That's a little wrinkle because you haven't seen him. He's caught one pass all year, but he is a heck of an athlete. Now, play action. They're going to roll left. They're going to throw it in the end zone. Touchdown, Shelby. And let's see the number. Look, I think it's J.J. Williams.
I think you're right.
So Williams finally got his touchdown. He had one called back, and now he gets it, and that's a 12-yard numbers, tax, and bookkeeping touchdown reception. J.J. Williams from Land Farmer, and the Golden Lions lead 20-0 on your No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky first quarter scoreboard.
2:55 left in the first quarter.
So Farmer with 2 touchdown passes. He's completed 4 out of 7. And now Matt Grenier on for the Hojo Power Sports, point after touchdown. And what do we got here? Our own Andre Bush has his nephew out there.
Number 65 for the Iron Men.
Navion Bush, I see him right there. 6'1", 240. So just a little smaller than Andre. Point after touchdown. Good by Grenier. Golden Lions lead 21-0 on your No Malarkey, Mr. Sparky scoreboard.
The Clay Barnett Funeral Home in Shelby gives you 5 reasons to choose aquamation over cremation. Aquamation is a gentle, dignified process. It's a process that uses 95% water instead of fire. 20% more ash remains are returned.
Tacklers, but they're eventually going to knock him back and knock him down. No gain, maybe loss of 1. As he was gang tackled out there in the flat. Let's see if they move the stick. They actually gave him a yard.
Yeah, generous spot there.
So, again, Burns has a 3rd down and considerably long 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
The last 3rd down play, we kept it with Wells. Did a little read option around the left side. Let's see if they go back to him on this play.
So, Wells, I don't know if they're going to get the play off. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Let's see if they do snap the play. They do, and Wells is going to try the left side. He's trying to get the corner, and he won't get it. Submarine for no gain. And that's going to bring up 4th down and going to bring the end of the first quarter. It's Burns 6, Bessemer City nothing. You're listening to Burns Football, brought to you by West End Sales.
Jumpin' Jed's in downtown Fallston is stocked up on beautiful fall decor. Come in for some great ideas for your home or business. Check out the solid wood furniture made in the USA. And it's never too early to stock up on their ever-popular Smoky Mountain soaps, which make great gift ideas. Also, Billy Jacob prints, seasonal and everyday prints. Many works by local artisans, including jewelry, pottery, woodwork, braided rugs, and alcohol ink art. And before you leave, get a big old cup or cone of Hershey's ice cream at Jumpin' Jed's, Main Street, downtown Fallston. Like them on Facebook, too. It's Heyday Saturday, September 20th from 10 to 4 at Jumpin' Jed's, downtown Fallston. Bradley's now is a bucket truck. What does that mean? That means they can now install outdoor signs, even outdoor lighted signs. Talk with them about designing, creating, and installing your new sign. And, of course, see them for logo designs, vehicle lettering, banners, magnets, trophies, plaques, acrylics, T-shirts, and more. They are now truly your one-stop shop. Bradley's, 2522 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at bradleysinc.com. Like them on Facebook, too.
All right, start of the second quarter. You're listening to Burns Football, brought to you by West End Sales. 6-0, but Bessemer City gets off the field. They force the punt.
Yeah, their defense has played well past couple drives, especially on that last one. And back to punt, we got
and it's
Sisk.
Sisk will punt it away as Dixon unavailable, and it's going to be down. Bessemer City's going to start. Donaldson got it, but and flags come in, a punt and distributor's penalty. And there was some extracurricular activity going on in the middle of the field. The punt is downed at the 47 of.
Yeah,
Let's see, it's at the Burns 47.
Probably it's going to be on Burns. Little extracurriculars, as you said.
Let's hopefully it's offsetting. Let's see. Not sure what it was. I mean, nobody's really celebrating. Nobody's really pouting. So it's just hard to say who's got what. As of right now, the ball is on the 47 of Burns. So they're going to take it there with exactly, for some reason, no time ran off the clock. Should have been about 5 or 6 seconds run off the clock. It doesn't matter. As soon as that ball snapped. Yeah, with that ball snapped, the clock starts. But it's still at 12, so that's what we're going to call it. Okay, and there's still a long discussion, as there's been many long discussions tonight.
Yeah, the refs have been pretty slow making their calls tonight.
Like, it's definitely was after the kick, so it's nothing that could, if it went that way, it's nothing that could give Burns a first down.
Yeah, I didn't see it from my vantage point, but
so we've got a meeting of the minds.
You know, hopefully it's offsetting and we can go about the night.
Sometimes when they're talking this much, you're talking about throwing somebody out of the game. So let's see. Let's hopefully it doesn't come to that, but it's an awfully long discussion just to be a regular penalty. So they're still discussing, and I'm afraid somebody's been kicked out of this game. Because when you have a conversation that long, you want to make sure you got the right number. You want to make sure it's justified. Hopefully I'm wrong. But they're still discussing as if that's the case.
All I saw was a Bessemer City guy on the ground, but you don't know what led up to that point. I didn't see the initial play.
So they're still discussing, and I don't know. It shouldn't take this long. And we're still discussing. Maybe they're talking about where to go for pizza after the game. I know where there's some good wings.
I know that.
We had some good wings. Whiskey Mill, wasn't it? Whiskey Mill. You can go there and get you some of the best wings in Bessemer City. I recommend the dry rub. Maybe these guys are discussing whether they want mild or hot wings after the game. I don't know, but this is a little.
Yeah, we appreciate the guys up in the press box here for providing us some.
Yeah. So it's still, somebody's gotten kicked out of the game. I'm convinced of that. I mean, I'm kind of a degenerate gambler, but if I had to bet that, I would say somebody's been kicked out of this game because they're still talking about it.
Well, it happened right at midfield.
Well, I just tell you, man. I mean, you want to make sure if it's game on. Burns' team is not even on the field. Their defense is not on the field. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against Burns. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Yellow Jackets. And see, but they're huddling back up again as if someone is. So the Putnam Distributors penalties offset, and then dead ball, unsportsmanlike, is ejected.
Yeah, we got one Burns guy ejected.
So we have a Burns player ejected from the game, and I don't know who's been ejected.
Yeah, I'm like you. You called that one right, Tom.
I mean, I know just when I eject from someone from the game, I know who he is, and I just go ahead and get rid of him. I don't know why it took so long to do that. I mean, you should know the number of the player you're ejecting, and now they're, you have the pleasant task of explaining to Coach Devine why his guy, and what you're always going to ask as the coach is, if my guy's thrown out, why isn't his guy thrown out? Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to speak to it. I don't know. I saw the guys tussling on the ground. All I know is somebody's been ejected.
Well, a lot of times whoever they see is who retaliated, but.
So they're still talking, and with disgust, David Devine's going to have to accept that not only are you out of this game, you can't play next week either. That's tough.
Yeah, Coach Devine don't look too happy about it.
No, we'll try to get some intel at halftime, but this is just kind of taking way too long to sort this out. I'm going to go to a commercial break real quick and be right back.
First choice. When it comes to great seafood or steak in Cleveland.
District Attorney.
All right, ball's going to be on the 26.
Bounces at the 44, bounces backwards out of bounds. So a little too much backspin. He loses 3 yards, and Lincolnton will take over. 1st and 10 at their own 47, their best field position of the game. They've had it at the 16 and the 20 twice. Not that that's really stopped them.
Well, strangely enough, if you look at the starting possession of each team, East Gaston has started in Lincolnton's area twice, but don't have any points to show for it.
Yeah. Well, one wasn't really a continuation of a drive. Do they consider it a new drive when you fumble a punt like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shovel pass to number 1, R.J. Lynch from his brother Rashad. Breaks a tackle. Now he's going back to the other side of the field. He's got open space across the 50, across the 40, and goes out of bounds. And this is what we were told. You think you have Lincolnton corralled, forget about it. They find an opening, they're going to go for big yardage the other way. So jet sweep, that was a shovel pass there. I guess that counts as a completion. And he goes from the 47 all the way to the 35, so a gain of 18 on that play when it looked like he was going to lose about 5.
Yeah, and ran about 50.
Yeah. Rashad Lynch back to pass, floats it over the defender, caught by R.J. Lynch on the near sideline. He's gang tackled out of bounds at the 27-yard line. That was a great touch pass by Rashad Lynch. Just like they probably drew it up in the backfield.
In the backyard.
Yeah, backyard. Yeah, backyard. Yeah, definitely. So somehow he floats that pass into R.J., gets 8 yards and out of bounds, and they're already down to the 27-yard line.
Like I said, that was basically 2 broken plays, and they've gained 26 yards.
Empty backfield. Rashad Lynch keeps it, gets a little bit around the right side. Should be just enough for the first down. And they're moving the chains, so that is a Turner Hauser Insurance first down for the Wolves. Gain of exactly 2 on that play, and they needed 2.
Yeah, as we mentioned, there's not too many subs for East Gaston, so they're just going to try to do the best they can to stay in this ball game.
Mayfield in the backfield, he dwarfs Rashad Lynch next to him. Hand off to Mayfield, goes around the left side, just lowers his head, drags the pile forward to the 21-yard line. Short gain of 3. Yeah, I mean, you look in the backfield, we don't have heights and weights, but Rashad Lynch has to be a good 6 inches shorter than Mayfield.
Yeah, he got it. I got
and
him
not
listed.
near as wide.
Right, 5'8", 155 versus 6'3", 235.
Okay, 7 inches. I was close. Mayfield again. Not much there. Good penetration by East Gaston defensive line. And that's probably going to be about no gain on that play.
Yeah, and the tackler is down. I mean, it's tough enough to bring down Mayfield. It kind of reminds me of the Baltimore running back there.
Henry?
Yeah, Travis Henry.
Wow,
That's
I
the way he
knew
looks.
that.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know more than you let on.
I'm Saturday football, folks.
I know you are.
I'm not much on Sundays because I'm on the golf course. Sundays are golf days. It's like, whatever. Although I have been watching a lot of TV this week because the World Track Championships are on, and they have been highly entertaining. Names you might remember from the Olympics: Sydney, McLaughlin, Lavroni. Came within 0.2 of a second of the world record set by an East German athlete back in 1986. Sorry, folks, they were doping back then. That's not a legitimate record.
Nobody was doping. Don't talk about baseball either.
Yeah. Now, Sammy and them were the 90s, weren't they?
No, I mean, they kind of started about that time, got into
Yeah.
the 90s. And
Yeah. So the injured player for East Gaston has exited stage right. And we're back to play here. 3rd and 7, one in the backfield. And whistle before that can get going very well.
yeah, as you mentioned, this is the 5th week. Some of these penalties got to be cleaned up.
Look at the ball. Looked like it was a wide receiver that did it. I mean, come on, you're looking right in at the ball. Lynch back in the pocket, looks, changes to the other side of the field, underthrows his receiver, and actually 2 East Gaston defenders knocked it away from each other. He was trying to find his brother RJ in the end zone, but he threw it short. Ty Scott and Jaden McIntosh had a better chance at catching it, and they knocked each other off the ball.
Yeah, it looks like it could have been the 2nd interception of the game and 3rd turnover. It looks like he had a receiver kind of cutting across the middle of the field at about the 5-yard line. If he had seen him, there was nobody in his way on that one.
Is that the one? Because he looked to the right to start with, and he's doing it again. Now he's going to keep it, go up the middle, jitterbugs his way through the secondary, and gets across the 15-yard line, and he gets to the 13 when he needed to get to the 14. So a Turner Hauser Insurance first down for the Wolves, and they're in the red zone at 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A lot of those look like called plays. It's almost like I say, like a quarterback sort of draw play. He kind of just gets back like he's going to throw, and then he just takes off.
Lynch back, Cox throws, and he goes behind his receiver. He held up for a second. He was trying to looked like Lineberger across the middle. He had him open, just threw it behind him. Or was it Messiah Thompson, not 2-8? Thompson tried to reach back and get it, and it falls incomplete. So after 5 straight completions, got 2 incompletions here. And not only is Lincolnton in the red zone, we've got a light coming in the window, and they have turned the lights red for the red zone. And
here's your Wildcat.
Yep, and the snap wasn't great, but Mayfield corrals it, goes around the right side, and the pile is slowly moving forward. Where's Jalen Hurts in there?
Oh,
and
a
flag at the last second. The pile went all the way from the 6-yard line to near the goal line. So Mayfield gained 12 yards on the play.
No, I'm not 100% sure, but tush push I think is illegal in high school, is it not? I don't know if that's going to be the call.
Because it just looked like a pile of people moving forward.
That's the only I could think of.
Yep, hands pushing forward, so it was a tush push, they're calling it. I don't know. I bet Mayfield was just dragging that pile himself.
Yeah, he didn't need any help.
No. Yeah, that's when he just turns to his teammates and says, I got it. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I said, I'll take care of it.
I was almost there. So he got down to the 2-yard line, which is a gain of 10. That's where the flag is. So he will get credit for a 10-yard gain. The question is it 5 or 10?
It's like 5.
5. So the 5th 5-yard penalty of the game for the Wolves. They come out of the huddle quick. And let's see, they're trying to get the down marker correct. So it's going to be 2nd and 4 from the 7-yard line. Mayfield in the Wildcat. Catches the snap, runs forward, and he gets submarined and brought down at the 5-yard line. It's going to be a couple yards short of the first down.
I'll tell you what, I've been impressed with number 24 for East Gaston, McIntosh. I don't know if they have size of him, but he's obviously much smaller.
Yeah, we don't have that. But he did a good job. He went low, took his legs out.
But that's the second time he's come up on Mayfield to make the tackle.
Another Wildcat snap, a little high. And I think that's throwing off Mayfield because it's just enough where he can't get going as quickly as he would like. That's 2 snaps that have been above helmet level. Not a lot, but above helmet level. And so that'll bring up 3rd down. He might have gotten a yard on that play. But both snaps a little bit high, and that's what we heard from last week is, and we have seen it through the years, Lincolnton every once in a while the snap will go sailing. So 4th down now. The regular offense comes back in. 3 wide receivers to the left. Lynch rolls that direction, looks. Now he's rolling back to the right, throws, and gets his hat knocked off. He's still on the turf.
Oh, it might have been a late hit, but the umpire was looking downfield, didn't pay attention to it.
Yeah, was that a lineman he threw it to?
I think it was number 20, Grooms. I don't know where he was lined up.
I wasn't sure either, but pretty good-sized player, so that's why I wasn't sure if it was a lineman or not. So the pass falls incomplete, and the drive stalls at the 6-yard line.
No, good job by East Gaston there. It's
Yeah,
the first time
bowed
they
up
stopped
there.
them on their own, not with a turnover by Lincolnton. But now they're back in deep in their own end, and looks like Lincolnton's missing a player.
And coming on the field quick is Thompson. So they will start at their own 6-yard line. We're down to 6:15 to go in the first half. 1st and 10. Stillwell, just quick handoff up the middle. There's an opening, and they get it out to the 10-yard line. And that was carried by number 5, Chris Levy. So they get a little more breathing room there, 4 yards on that play. That's about all you want to do when you're down in your own 6-yard line, is just off tackle.
Yeah, they just see again. They do a pretty good job when they kind of go straight ahead. When they try to get wide, they're not going to outrun anybody from Lincolnton.
Who is the nose tackle for Lincolnton? That is a space eater.
At 75.
Oh, is that McConaughey?
Yeah.
Another quick handoff. This time it goes to Parker Stafford. He goes around the left side. Tackle is missed at the 10, so he gets out to about 14. No, 15-yard line, so he's going to be just short of the first down.
Yeah, so the defensive tackles you mentioned, number 75, McConaughey, 6'2", 305.
I don't doubt it. That is a large young man.
Well, we had the homecoming king at East Lincoln last week.
Chris Wilson.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not too far off.
I think he might have been more. I think I saw on the program. So we've got another timeout in the field at East Gaston. That should be their last one.
That is correct.
So we'll be back with more after this.
Chevrolet Buick GMC is
He had a huge hole, and then a Bessemer City guy came out of nowhere and cut it off, but he's able to drag a couple of tacklers for a Falston Pharmacy first down. So it'll be second down. First down and 10 as man comes in motion, and it's going to be another penalty.
Probably a false start on Burns.
Putnam Distributors getting their money's worth tonight as Burns is up to 105 yards in penalties.
A good bit of those were on those 2 personal fouls. On that, we had a player ejected.
Got to get out of your own way here. It's clock winds, 7:30 left to go here in the second quarter on your Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. 6-0. It's been 6-0 for a while. Burns scored on its opening possessions, but it's been a flag fest ever since. Double wide receivers left. Single back setback is Davis. Wells in the gun. Sends Usry in motion. It'll be Davis. Now he's got a crease. There he goes. Breaking into the clear. He's to the 50. He's taking it to the house. 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown. Numbers, bookkeeping, touchdown, Matt.
Yeah, took it right up middle, untouched. Big-time play there, Max Davis.
So that is officially a 74-yard touchdown run by Max Davis.
Second TD run of the night.
So the 3-play drive, 75-yard TD by Davis. And now it's time for our on the quick lube.
Let's see if we go for 2 here.
On the go quick lube, extra point. Let's see, or a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, 2 point. That first one was blocked. Previous touchdown.
And just forget, the game within the game, the usual holder is not here. It's usually Drew Dixon, and he is unavailable tonight due to injury. So it looks like the offense is staying on the field, and Wells in the gun, Davis beside him to his left, double wide receivers. Now Usry comes in motion. It'll be Wells. He's back. He's got all day. He scrambles right. Now he's going to cut it up. Had a crease. Did he get there?
I think he got
No
it.
signal. It is. So the on-the-go quick lube 2-point conversion is good. Burns 14. Bessemer City nothing on your Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. We'll be right back.
It's the 101st Cleveland County Fair, September 25th through October 5th. Plan now to bring the family out for a big night of fun. Entertainment includes the Majestic Spectacular Thrill Show, Canines in Flight, the High-Flying All-American Frisbee Dogs, the Magic of Lance Gifford, Act Monsters Chainsaw Art, and the Demolition Derby. And Right Off for Rides will be back with over 40 exciting rides. And, of course, the many food vendors, games, livestock, and other attractions. The 101st Cleveland County Fair, September 25th through October 5th. Y'all come. It'll be fun.
All right, after that, Jam & J's Pizza Factory kickoff coming up as the two-point conversion is good for Burns, and that makes it 14-0. So Burns now with a 2-touchdown advantage, but I tell you what, lots of penalties, man ejected. There's been a lot going on in this game, more than we bargained for so far as the officials being involved.
Yeah, there's a lot we got to clean up here. 7 minutes left in this first half.
Jam J's Pizza Factory kickoff coming up. And toe meets leather, and it's kind of a line drive kick. Going to take a couple of bounces, fielded by Bessemer City return man, and he's going to be taken down inside the 20. Good job on the kick coverage by Burns. Trying to see who got him there.
That's 13, that is.
Justin Porter.
Porter, yep.
So Porter got.
All right, folks, good evening and welcome to the Red Zone Radio Show. We got some early scores right now. I'm going to let Dennis and Chip go through some of early scores that we got going on. Of course, red scores, everybody's red right now. Those are live scores. When we finalize them, we'll turn them to black, and those will be the finals. But let Chip and Dennis handle some of the scores for right now.
All righty. I'll stop halfway down the middle pile. You take over from there. How about that? I've got Burns shutting out Bessemer City early, 14-0. High Brighton and East Rutherford are tied at 7. Lincolnton blanking East Gaston right now, 14-0. It's Shelby up big early on Cherryville, 28-0. East Gaston leads North Lincoln 21-0. South Point and Ashbrook close like we thought, at least early on. South Point leading Ashbrook 7-6. Davie County leads North Davidson 14-0. It's East Forsyth leading Mooresville 14-13. Polk County up early on 0-7-0. We don't have any scores, no notifications on Avery County versus Madison, Mitchell versus Hendersonville, or Statesville at West Stokes. Kings Mountain leads Forest View 14-0. Kramer up big on Highland Tech 28-0. No score, shocker, nothing, no update from North Gaston. Them and Hunter Huss 0-0.
I thought you were getting somebody over there to.
I need to get a direct line with Steve DeGree. He's the guy who got the score last week. North Stanley leads Mountain Island 28-7. Christ the King up early on Lincoln Charter 14-0. And no update yet from Hickory versus Fred T. Ford.
It won't matter. As you said on the pregame show. All right, we have Mount Airy 29 and St. Stephen's 7. No score yet on Watauga and Irwin. Lucky for Chip. He won't like that score when it comes in. We've got the Roberson Rams and the South Caldwell Spartans. No score yet. South Iredale Vikings 6-0 over Alexander Central. It's the McDowell Titans continuing their winning ways 6-0 over the Inca Jets. And we have Freedom in a close one over the AC Reynolds Rockets 7-6. Albemarle Bulldogs are up 6-0 over Thomas Jefferson. I think they're still in that travel jet lag kind of thing getting to Albemarle. West Caldwell 0, Chase 0, RS Central 0, Drone 0, East Burke 16, Patton 0, Bandy's 14, Bunker Hill 6. It was Maiden 7-0 over West Iredale. Corbin 21, Lake Norman Charter 0, North Iredale and Pine Lake Prep, no score yet. South Stanley up over Bonnie Cone 27-0. North Henderson and Pisgah, no score yet. Smoky Mountain 16, East Henderson 0, and West Henderson and Tuscola, no score yet. So there you have it.
And Burns, as you can see, Kevin just updating the scoreboard. Thank you, Kevin. Thanks to Tom Sinafani and Matt Royster giving us the update. I think they had a strip fumble recovery, run it back into the end zone, and Burns takes a 21-0 lead on Bessemer City.
There you go.
All right, folks, close games. We're going to send it over to High Brighton and East Rutherford right now for that broadcast here on KTC Broadcasting.com. It should be 7-7. Let's check in. It's 14-7 now, East Rutherford.
All right, trips left this time. Going weak again with a overthrew it. There again, about 2 yards overthrow. Good coverage. That was number 2 on that. That was Tayshawn Whiteside on the coverage. All right, it's going to be second down. It should be second or third. Yeah, second down. Okay. That was 5, Coach. I made a mistake. It was not. That was Stringer. Made a mistake. It wasn't number 2. Yes. All right. They got a little wing back in there this time.
He's got it. If you notice on defense, they got everybody in the box. They don't have a free safety.
All right. It's going to be a little close. It's going to be third. Well, I don't know how they're marking it. He's right there at it.
He's right there at it. That's going to be, I believe it's first down.
Yeah, he's calling third down.
Oh, I had to have him.
I'd want a measurement if I was the visiting team, yes.
It's awful close.
Third and the nose of the football, and that's about it. There we go. They're still in shotgun.
Yeah, that's shotgun again.
They had it. That is Mitchell making the play for picking up about 2 yards. So it's going to be a first down for High Brighton.
That'll be a David Norris first down. Please vote for David Norris for district attorney.
All right, ball is positioned on the 37-yard line on the left hash. They have trips to the left to the short side of the field, and also the running backs to the left side of the field. Maybe they're going to pick over here on the right side again. Yes, they are. They got, they had him sacked.
Oh, he's going.
All right, he runs out of bounds about the 43-yard line, so that will be a first down for High Brighton again.
That'll also be a David Norris first down. Vote for David Norris for district attorney.
All right, just to bust the plays, Coach, because they had him in the backfield. We had him for about a 6-yard loss. Just not wrapping up quite as well as we should. All right, again, they're putting trips into the sideline. And the gun back to the same way.
Oh, he jumped.
All right.
I just wonder if it's going. That'd be a penalty. So that's a Carolina Auto Finance. If you have a dream car in the lot, please contact Carolina Auto Finance. See Darren Fassey and your gang for a great deal.
First down and 15.
All right, that's going to make it 1st and 15. Looks like they're going to keep the trips into the sideline again with the single receiver back here and also Mitchell to the left of Lipford. All right, going right back to the pass, and it fell down. It would have been open if he hadn't fallen down. That's going to make it 2nd down and 15. He was open that time. He's got to get somebody out there in the flats. They didn't have anybody on the flats. I don't know if they're playing man. I didn't notice if they're playing man or zone, but they got to get somebody out there if it's man, and if it was zone, the flat player left his area to go deep. So here we're putting trips to the right this time, and single receiver, and the gun back Mitchell is on the right also.
Blitz.
Like a screen to me, and we read it well. I don't know who that young man was right there, but as soon as he went out,
that was a loss.
There's a loss on the play. I can't think who it is. It's a big lineman right there. It's at 72. 72. Colby Pack. Great job. Starts to rush and sees that the running back Mitchell does not block and slides out. He gets in his hip pocket and goes with him, Coach.
That was a great defensive play.
That's going to be 3rd down at about 19. And here we go. They got Flood in the middle. Post is open, but he overthrew it. Oh, what? I don't get that.
You got a hold.
That was not a catchable pass back there for defensive penalty. It's going to come back here with the offensive holding anyway. Or they actually, coach, they're going to replay the down. It should be offset penalties.
Yeah, offset penalties.
But either way, that's a double situation.
That's a Carolina auto finance penalty.
That nobody's going to be charged for, I don't think. It's I don't see the play. Number 5 was on his hip pocket, but he was 3 yards behind him. He never made contact. So got holding against High Brighton and pass interference against East. So it's offset and penalties. Let's play it again. 3rd and 19.
Replay 3rd down.
All right, here we go. We got trips to the right, gun back to the left, and single receiver to the left, and he drops back for a pass. Like he's going to swing over here if he needs it. Oh, he's close. Right through his hands. Right through his. That's going to leave. Got another yellow flag down there, Coach.
That's got to be, I think, hold.
And East Rutherford should. It is. They're going to decline that surely, and be 4th and 19. I don't think I would take a chance of getting another down the way things are going. They are.
They marking that out, Coach.
That's going to leave. Well, no, they changed them. Yeah, they're going to go 4th down. Yeah, they don't want that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go. 4th down and 19. I know 3rd down and 29 something, but they've dropped 2 passes so far. That could have been big plays for them. All right, here we go. High Brighton's lining up for the punt, and deep back there is, can you see what number that is, Coach, for East Rutherford? Okay. Is it 2? White side? I can't tell. Got a little glare in the window. I can't see what it is.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, here comes snap and the punt. Very good punt. It turns end over end. That's numbers. Oh, shit.
Is that 7?
He got it, though. That's 7, yes.
A 1.
Ooh.
Oh, Lord, he's on the end zone.
He was out. They're going to probably put the ball on the 1 yard line because when they grabbed him, he was on the 1. So that was a mistake there. Yeah, that was Hinton. Jalen Hinton, wide receiver, bobbled the ball, bounced back to the 1, and he was tackled there. So it's a bad break for East Rutherford with 2:23 left to go in the Carolina with the Raymond James Financial scoreboard in the Maple Bleedo 2nd quarter. So there's 2:23 left to go in the half, and East has got their back against the wall. They got to make some things happen to move out a little bit.
All right, and that'll be a David Norris first down. Please vote for David Norris for district attorney.
All right, they're in kind of a tight formation in here now.
Ooh,
He's still going. He's still going.
99. Oh, he should have kept running.
That's Pinkerton. Takes the ball all the way out to the 34-yard line. It's a 33-yard run, Coach. And that makes it a
David Norris first down. Please vote for David Norris for district attorney.
Yeah, that is paid for by David Norris. Here we go. One play from the 1 yard line to the 34-yard line. Great play. East comes out and they're in a slot right with the wing over top of it in a pistol setup with Flynn handed off to Pinkerton. If it's still Pinkerton back there, I can't tell.
Yeah, I see him.
Okay, yeah, he's still running. Tell you what, that young man's not huge.
He runs tough.
He comes hard and keeps coming with it. And that's, last year he wasn't that big, and we thought the line did a lot for him, even though he still was a great runner. But this year, the line is still good, but he is making holes happen for himself. I think he wants to come out. Yeah, he's coming out, and that's going to put Whiteside back in for him. And he picked up about 3 yards off of that. It's going to be 2nd and 7. I'll sweep over here. Oh, no flag. Got lucky.
I sure did.
Got lucky there. All right. That's going to be a he's pointing for a first down. You can't do that in high school ball. It's going to be first down, but then it's going to be a 15-yard penalty on sportsmanlike first.
Young man watching too much TV. Ain't the NFL.
Yeah, you can't get up and point first down or spin the ball on touchdown and none of this stuff. You can't do it. So,
don't cost the team. Penalty.
Great run, but yet not smart as the end of it. And there again, Coach, they see it on TV. They even see it on college and pro. But you got to be kind of let them know you can't do it. You can't do it. They can, you can't. But it's hard. These young kids are excited, unsportsmanlike against each other. But that's what it's called. So it should be a first down. I don't know if believe the first down and mark off 15 or mark off 15, make it 2nd and 10. I don't know which way they're doing. It should be first down and then because it was after the play.
We also have a young man down.
Yeah, I think that's a high Brighton young man. I can't see who it is because the trainer's in the way. Tell you what, we're going to take a quick 30 seconds right quick since we have an injury timeout. And that timeout, of course, is a Raymond James financial timeout. Take time out to go see Raymond James.
Timeout.
One catch for 50 yards. So again, spread it out. This guy's got 50, this guy's got 51. So that's the stats on offense. Who's leading things defensively there, Coach?
Oh, well, like I say, yeah, it's kind of interesting that for Lincolnton, they've got 3 or 4 guys on the defensive side as well that are doing a good job. We knew Mayfield, Lathan Mayfield was going to do a good job. I've got him down for 5 tackles, including 1 tackle for loss. And then we've got 44, Jamarius Wilson, who has 2 tackles for loss as well as 4 tackles. And then the other linebacker who's usually next to Mayfield, who's a little bit more of a homebody, because they've been kind of sending Mayfield in on the blitzes is number 20, Peyton Grooms. So, those 3 have the majority of the tackles for the Lincolnton side. And like I say, East Gaston can get no push. That defensive front is just stacking up. It said Wilson's making some tackles, but then Mayfield and Grooms are pretty much cleaning everything up. And that's why you only see East Gaston, averaging 2.05, as you mentioned.
Mr. Math guy.
Yes, yards per rush attempt. So, yeah, they're doing a great job on that side. And, I'll be honest with you, I think East Gaston's defense, other than a couple big plays, they got the interception from Bryant, number 1 in the back, and he had another one that he broke up he should have caught when he ran
into his own man.
Ran into his own guy. But, 24.
Side this time, it's an excellent seal block on the outside. Excellent seal block on the outside. Gage Camp, Louderman around that corner, and basically walked in for the score.
So that's a 34-yard TD by Wells. On the go, quick lube, extra point upcoming. Do we have an injured Bulldog? We may, so I'm going to step away for a break. I'll be right back.
Since 1968, Putnam Distributors in Patterson Springs has been serving this area with a full line of automotive products, including oils, transmission fluids, antifreeze, filters, chemicals, parts, and supplies for all types of automobiles and trucks, with many brands to choose from. They sell to individuals or wholesale. Just visit the walk-in counter. Putnam Distributors, 1626 Peterson Drive off Highway 180 south of Shelby. Call 704-487-9395 or visit the website at PutnamDistributors.com. Putnam Distributors in Patterson Springs, offering quality automotive parts and supplies for over 50 years. The fall mums and the pumpkins have arrived at Parker Family Feed in Bellwood. Come get your fall mums, and you'll find all sizes and all kinds of...
4 to go. We'll take it. Back after this.
It's time.
It's the only 2 losses South Point had, and of course one was in the playoffs. Knocked them out.
Ask North Lincoln who were their 2 losses. Hickory. Sometimes that happens. You get the same person knocking you out.
What else we got here? Kings Mountain 14, 4-0. And again,
there goes Kramer.
We kind of mentioned the surprise of the conference here. 2A, 3A, 4A. Kramer 28, of course, Highland 0. But that'll keep Kramer undefeated moving forward. East Burke 16, Patton 0. North Stanley 28, Mount Island Charter 7. Croix King 14, Lincoln Charter 0. Albemarle 6, Jefferson 0. Bandy's 14, Bunker Hill 6.
Bunker Hill is not liking this new conference, are they, at all?
Well, they're keeping it close. Maiden 7, West Iredale 0, another close one. Polk County 7, Owen 0, Mount Airy 29, St. Stephen's 7, McDowell 6, Enka 0, and it's on there twice, but Freedom 7, Reynolds 6, I'm surmising.
They wanted you to know.
It's like a tennis score, 7-6, 7-6.
Yeah, 7, yeah. They didn't say how many points they got in the tiebreaker, though.
That's true. Let me see if I can bring up, try keeping the Gazette's, Gaston Gazette's scores here. It can take a second to load. There we go. So now, a little more up to date. We've got Ashbrook on top of South Point, 13-7. Let's see. Everything else, I don't think people aren't calling the scores in because I got a bunch of 0-0. So looks like that might be it. Let me hit the website here, the X, and see if What's Up Shopper, if it will load, and give us some more scores. We're not getting anything here. Okay, we're almost there. Hold up there, folks. This is riveting radio.
Yeah, live radio.
Yeah. It looks like the scores are pretty much the same that we've had all night. So, yep, that's pretty much the out-of-town scores for
Do you have our
tonight.
schedule? Somehow I did not bring that with me tonight. How dare me?
I've got games that are for next week out of both the Western Foothills and, of course, the Southern Piedmont. So next week we've got East Lincoln going to Bunker Hill.
I think we're doing that one.
Okay, and then Hickory at North Lincoln.
Well, North Lincoln's going to be just loving to see Hickory after losing to them 4 times in the last 2 years.
And we mentioned West Lincoln's got the bye, so they'll be at Burns. And then Highland will come here to Lincolnton. If I remember correctly, Lincolnton then is home the week after to Shelby. They might have 3 or 4 in a row.
They've got 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Who is the next one? Wait a minute. I've got the schedule
I think
here.
it was Highland, then it was Bessemer City, I thought,
Yep.
then Shelby.
Yeah, then Shelby.
But I think they're all at home, if I'm not mistaken. That's a weird sort of schedule.
Yeah, it is. Let's
I'm
hear
correct.
Lincolnton. Yeah, it is. They play 4 straight home games. Somehow. Okay, they've got 6 home games and 4 road games. They end the season. The final home game for Lincolnton is the Shelby game on October 10th. Then they play at Stuart Kramer, open, and then at West Lincoln. So they're going to be gone most of October. Yeah, that's. I'm pretty sure we got the Bunker Hill game next week. We're going to go up to beautiful Catawba County and Bunker Hill and watch East Lincoln do their thing, which they do so well.
Yeah, like I say, we had 35-0 at the half, East over North. Again, North kind of retooling, first-year coach there as well as we were there on senior night, which was just as bad as
it's worse than homecoming.
As homecoming with 26 football seniors as well as the cheerleading and dance team seniors.
Kickoff by Lincolnton. Trejo kicks it, gets it down to the 30-yard line. Return is out to the 40, so it'll be pretty good field position for East Gaston, but that hasn't helped them in the past.
Well, they're kind of pointing like there might have been a fumble, but let's see.
Well, Lincolnton's celebrating. They think they have it. And hobbling off the field is number 4, Dalen Adams. So now we've got a conference there to see if it was a fumble. We don't have replay.
No, we do not.
So we're going to have to go by eyewitness reports.
And we don't have the laser measurement first down markers either, since the 9-yard first down in the second quarter there by East Gaston.
And they say it is Lincolnton ball. That only took about 30 seconds after the play to decide, so they fumble it. Just what East Gaston needs coming out of the locker room, turn it over on the kickoff. So Lincolnton will take it over at the plus 39-yard line. And this would be a good time to blow the game open. You get a turnover right out of the gate, 11 seconds off the clock. Go score.
Yeah, we'll see if they take a shot. They got Mayfield down here as a tight end at the bottom of the
Well,
near side.
you can only take a shot if you hang on to the ball. Lynch has trouble with the snap, fumbles it forward, but falls on it. So he will lose 3 yards on that one.
Maybe he wasn't used to it hitting him right in the numbers.
Well, that'd be Mayfield that seems to have snaps all over. Lynch has seen pretty good ones. So out to the, got Mayfield lined up as a tight end now. R.J. Lynch in the backfield. Fake to Lynch, throw. Ball's tipped but caught. The catch is made by number 8, Messiah Thompson. Good concentration on that one.
And
good concentration.
Looks like Lincolnton's a little bit more deliberate here coming out of the half. They must have maybe had a little bit of an earful from Coach Angle about some of these false start penalties.
So they do get 1 yard, which is pretty good on that one. Now handoff, R.J. Lynch from Rashad Lynch. He goes to the right side. Good hole there. Finally gets wrapped up and brought down at 33-yard line. So that was 3rd and 8, so that's going to bring up 4th and 4.
And they're keeping the offense. Yeah, they punt lunch.
They'd have to punt or Trejo's their kicker, and he has not tried a field goal this year. He does not have the range Caleb Smith does appear to have. Quick shovel pass, handoff to R.J. Lynch. He goes around the left side, and he's going to be brought down short. Gain of maybe 1, so they will turn it over on downs again. Second time that's happened. And you get this great field position, and you can barely get 7 yards.
Yeah, we got a little bit behind the chains on the muffed shotgun on first down, kind of. But give it to East Gaston, though. They turn it over, they'll come right back.
Based on what we've seen so far, we didn't think this was going to be too close a game. Nothing against East Gaston or anything, but just looking at what we've seen. They only have 14 points in 3 games. Handoff going around the right side. This looks to be Peavy. He's wrapped up by number 6, Thompson, and number 8, Thompson.
Thompson and Thompson, the Thompson twins.
Hey, there we go. Another music reference. We've had the Cranberries, the Zombies, and now the Thompson twins. We sound like Channel 33 on Sirius XM. The first wave they call it? Something like that. No. God, I can't even think of what it is. I listened to it some, but.
Stafford on the carry this time.
Yep. A little bit more there. There was no. Oh, we got a player up in the air. What? All I could see was the bottom end of a player, and they're still pushing and shoving. They're trying to get him separated. It looked like a player for Lincolnton was being carried by one of the East Gaston players.
I thought it was the end of Dirty Dancing there for a second.
Okay, movie references now, too.
I got to change it out of the music. I don't think they threw a flag on it, though.
Now, wait a minute.
Oh, maybe they did.
Microphone is not working. So it's a personal foul on East Gaston and a personal foul on Lincolnton. They will offset. Yeah, his mic didn't work on that one because we've been picking it up all night.
Did you turn the mic back up?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can hear the crowd.
Okay, just checking.
We were worried there wasn't going to be a crowd for East Gaston there for a while, but they do have a couple hundred people over there.
There he goes. We're at a Met time.
There we go.
Maybe he just had to move closer to the.
I don't know. Or no, maybe he had to push the button on his hip. Okay. They are calling the two teams together.
All right, boys.
I believe the riot act is being read. We'll have no more of that garbage, young men.
Don't make me come back there.
I never heard that. I never said that.
Well, when you got four brothers, I was always in the middle. I was always one that got hit. I didn't do anything.
That was back in the days when there was a hump in there, too, and
Yes.
you didn't have any leg room because your feet were going out sideways. No one wanted to sit. I don't want my feet on the hump. So after all of that, it'll be third down. Gain of maybe one, again by Peavy, before the hijinks. Quick handoff goes to Stafford, goes around the right side. He's submarined there by Trishard Lineberger. Short gain on the play of maybe 3, and that'll bring up fourth down. So guess who's on?
Colby Smith.
Caleb. Colby?
Chris.
Caleb.
Caleb.
Oh, we had 5 letters every time,
We
so
had the
pretty
C
good.
correct.
Yes, we did. Not much more. So Caleb Smith back to punt. He'll be standing on his own 25-yard line. Back to receive. All by himself is R.J. Lynch. He's standing about his 30. There's a snap, low but fielded. Punts up and away. They didn't put as much of a rush on this one. Caught by Lynch at the 24. He heads to the right sideline. He's got a little bit of an angle, and he's down the sideline, got away from one tackle. He's finally thrown down, literally, at the 42-yard line. It looked like he was only going to get about 6 yards on that. And Luke Bryant looked like he had a hold of him, but he squirmed away from him, went down the sideline further, so he gets from the 24 all the way to the 43.
Trying to see who's down there. He's grabbing his knee. I don't know if that's number 2,
That
Ty
might be
Scott,
Ty
or
Scott.
is that 5, Chris Lee? I think it's Ty Scott. I don't know if his foot got kind of stuck in the turf as Lynch kind of went around him. But, yeah, he was thrown down there by number 73, Kai Lucas for East Gaston. And there's a little bit of a size difference there. He wasn't taking any of that.
So a 33-yard return, and we got a player down in the field, so we'll take a timeout, and we'll be back after this.
Roads have been.
All right, good evening, everybody. Watching the Red Zone Radio channel. I'm going to pull through some of these, some highlights that we do have. You can go through and follow on Twitter at What's Up Shopper, and you guys can follow the scores and everything going on with that. I'm going to pull these up. Chip's going to have to squint because I'm going to show highlights while he gives scores here in a second. But let me get back to the start of tonight. We've got
contacts back in.
6 games we're covering. So we're trying to give highlights for all of them. So while Chip's going through giving you guys the scores, I'm going to scroll through some highlights here for the folks at home. So Chip, do your best there.
Got it. Thank you. All right. We got Burns leading Bessemer City 29-0 right now. East Rutherford up on High Brighton 14-7. Lincolnton leads East Gaston 14-0. Shelby's blanking Cherryville 35-0. I thought I heard 42-0. I think that might be 42-0 now. Speaking of blanking, East Lincoln shutting out North Lincoln 35-0. Ashbrook up currently on South Point 13-7. David County leads North Davidson 14-0. Mooresville over East Forsyth 21-14. None of these are final, FYI. All these games are in progress. Owen leads Polk 14-7. We have no update on Madison versus Avery County. Hendersonville leads Mitchell 14-7. No update on Statesville versus West Stokes. Kings Mountain shutting out Forest View 21-0. Kramer blanking Highland Tech 49-0. Hunter Huss leads North Gaston. It's a miracle. We have a North Gaston score posted before postgame starts. Hunter Huss leading North Gaston 17-7. North Stanley leads the Mountain Island Raptors 28-7. Christ the King shutting out Lincoln Charter 14-0. That's big if you can shut out Lincoln Charter's offense. Hickory blanking Ford 43-0. Mount Airy up on St. Stephen's 29-7. We have no update on Irwin versus Watauga or South Caldwell hosting TC Robertson. South Iredell leads Alexander Central 6-0. McDowell leads Inca 6-0. It's Freedom up on AC Reynolds 29-20. Thomas Jefferson and Albemarle tied at 6. We have no update on Chase versus West Caldwell or Drum versus RS Central. East Burke shutting out Patton 30-0. Bandy's over Bunker Hill 27-6. Maiden shutting out West Iredell 7-0. Corvian Community leading Lake Norman Charter 28-0. No update on North Iredell versus Pine Lake Prep. South Stanley leads Bonnie Cone 34-0. Pisgah and North Henderson tied at 7. Smoky Mountain up big on East Henderson 46-0. And West Henderson clinging to a 7-0 lead on Tuscola. So those are updates again. None of those are final, obviously. Most of these probably still going on in the first half. Trying to see the scores that we don't have that are still showing 0-0. Trying to see if we can get an update on any of those. We just recently got the Hendersonville Mitchell score updated. We'll run down these, see if we see some others.
Got some entrances here. How about the South Point Ring Raiders led by Jeff Miller? How about the Golden Lions? And you know where that's going to end up. Is it a kitty pile? No, it's not a dog pile. Steve Degree standing right there in the white, showing them where to go. Waiting on him to do a flip. How about some Ashbrook Green Wave band?
Who was that?
We were not laughing at the band, for the record.
Yeah, we was laughing at Kevin.
Who was that masked man?
Ooh, one-handed catch. Collins, man. How about that, guys? Y'all see that? Check this out again.
Oh!
Smooth.
Can we replace the hit of the night with the catch of the night?
Do what, Zach? No, that was Man Collins.
AG hitting an air mind if we switch the hit of the night to the catch of the night?
Might be.
That was pretty good.
There's the Bulldogs taking the 6-0 lead on the Yellow Jackets. This is Ashbrook. 3-yard touchdown, but extra points no good. It's made it 6-7. They lead now 13-7 by our count.
I know Ashbrook's good, but it's a little surprising to see them ahead of Southport.
Up in outer space right now.
Here's our upside down shot of Grant Lawless keeping the ball for a quarterback score, touchdown. How about a Maiden Blue Devils? They're only up 7-0 at West Iredell. At West Iredell's only give up 8 points all year.
Yeah.
And they're down 7-0 at Maiden right now. Shelby with a pick six. Kendrick Raper made it 14-0. They're up big now, 42-0 against the Ironmen. This is Ashbrook going up on South Point.
Well, the good thing about that 42-0 score is you got a running clock.
Yep, they do now. Greenway.
Did you see that quarterback? He just basically flung a prayer up there.
He was off balance. Had the guy open. Yeah. How about the Maiden Blue Devils band? There's the Blue Devils touchdown again, 7-0. How about another score? Grant Lawless passes to Davis Beam for the touchdown on this one.
I will go back to the Ashbrook pass and just say that off balance, to be able to lead your receiver like that's pretty pretty outstanding to see.
This is Burns making it 12-0. Looks like Max Davis again. This time up the middle.
That's that 46-yard run, and then they go for two afterwards.
That's what happens.
Didn't get the first one.
That's what happens when you get the middle linebacker blocked right there. Yep, he got
right there. Set it.
He gone. Pinkerton makes it 14-7. East Rutherford against High Brighton. Long run here of about 60 yards.
Thank you, Jakari Shell, for the post.
Shelby makes it 21-0 on this touchdown pass. Ryan Farmer to Williams.
Birdman in the background.
He's been on he's on these sidelines. I've heard him a couple highlights. Farmer.
Good lead.
With Kendrick Raper on the catch, bobbling at the catch. And there's some highlights tonight. Let's see if I can get over any other ones. How about this made it 28-0. I think we just saw that one. I'll make sure I don't have any other ones that we may have missed earlier. We're going to send you back out to the field here in just a minute, folks. But we do have Highlights to do tonight. Let me check with some of our other broadcasters. Let's go over to Ricky. Anything new? Warriors. Big interception by West Iredale. They're inside the red zone against East Lincoln. Let's see. Simone. He's got tonight. Mustangs make it 42-0 on this play touchdown right here. We'll check it out. This just made it 42. North Lincoln ain't ready for them yet this year, guys.
I don't think so. I just don't think they've got the firepower even with that
they've had recently.
AT being on the team, yeah.
O'Brien, Simone, Jakari, Grace. See if Grace has got a couple more scores from Bessemer. It's just a signal over there she hasn't got to come through. Oh, there's one. This made it 27-0 Bulldogs. Let's go over to this touchdown. Number 1 with the carry. I don't know who that is for Birds. The Bulldogs 27-0 now lead. Well, that was 29. That made it 27-0. Then it's 29 now with the extra point, the 2-point conversion.
That Freedom AC Reynolds game seems a little closer than a lot of people thought it would be.
Mm-hmm. Did I do
that? Number 1 for Burns is Romello Wells.
Romello Wells with the touchdown there. All right, Chip, let's try to get some more updated scores. Folks, we're going to check on some scores, and then we're going to try to update the scoreboard and we're going to send you out to one of these games. Lincoln and East Gaston, is that still 14-0 out there, Andre? Ask JP to make sure. I haven't heard from him in a while. 14-7, East Rutherford and High Brighton maybe still. We're going to check right back on that. I can check that myself real quick.
KTC Broadcasting. We're back in starting the third quarter of the MEPUB quarters, and Friday Night Football fans and MEPUB.
Still 14-7, East Rutherford High Brighton. What did you say, Dennis? I'm sorry.
Update on South Point and Ashbrook.
That's still the last thing that our guys have tweeted. So it's still 13-7 is the latest that we have on that Ashbrook game. Let me make sure. One more guy I can click on to make sure O'Brien hadn't. Yep, halftime still 13-7 out there. So.
And your Kramer Storm seems to be doing well.
Yeah, they're taking care of the Rams, the Rambling Wreck from Highland Tech. All right.
Your nephew get called up to play in that one?
I would doubt it, but yeah, they played Huss JV yesterday, and they got beat. I believe they did yesterday squeaked by Huss with Dad. I think it was 13-6 or something like that. A defensive struggle. If I was coaching the JV for Huss, I'd have a different quarterback and. Just put it that way. They've got 2 kids that can fly, number 1 and number 2, and remind me of a couple of guys I played with back in the day that just skinny, can fly, they catch, they'd run. But I'd get those 2 the ball. Every time those 2 get the ball, it's electric. And they got a big Dennis, like East Lincoln's got Jackson Dollar, big old kid out there. They've got a big guy in the JV that they just kind of toss up. He just runs out there and the quarterback throws as far and as high as he can, and this dude out jumps somebody every time.
Speaking of big receivers, I saw this kid out of Florida this week. He's a wide receiver, 7'4". He plays a little basketball too, but he's better at football.
Oh my goodness.
Now, he's skinny as a rail, of course. He's stretched all over the place.
Well, I always thought, I never understood why they didn't college teams or something like hire Shaq or somebody to be the center should block extra points. Like,
well, that's what I told your dad before when I was telling him about this kid. I'd give him a scholarship and do nothing but block kicks.
Right, like easy, like it's just to stand there.
Well, kind of why don't they use the sumo wrestler in hockey to be the goalie?
Yeah.
Well, Mike, before he died, Mike Leach wanted to throw little people over the line of scrimmage into the end zone.
Yeah.
And he got his athletic director wouldn't let him.
Assisting the runner.
Mike Leach, the tush push. He proposed to his athletic director. He wanted to recruit a couple of midgets, so when they got near the one, they could just have somebody like you and lineman play fullback, run him up, and toss him over the line of scrimmage.
They should still do it. Just line up like a tunnel. You just climb for the lead.
Then you want to cross it up. Now the problem would be What's one of those middle linebackers catches him midair? then he just, and all the equipment just flies. Or he might just turn to pixie dust. I don't know.
What would be impressive is they could throw Andre over the line.
Just be returned to sender.
All right, we're going to look up some scores. We're going to send it back out to East Rutherford, where it's 14-7. Cavaliers against High Brighton.
Mitchell's on the right again out of the gun. Got motion. Faked it. Give it to Mitchell down the middle. And attacked by a host of Cavaliers. And maybe another 2 yards at the most. 2.5. It's going to be 3rd down and 5, Coach.
That's a great job by the Cavaliers up front.
It's something happened in the very first few plays that they wasn't ready for. I don't know what it was, but since then, it's been solid up there. I guess the only run they've had problem with is the quarterback keep scrambling a couple times is all.
I believe you're right, Coach.
Double slots again. Actually got more of a wing to the left, but slots to the right over here. And East looks like they're in the zone formation and went to trips, got a swing look. Quarterback's in trouble, and he throws it across, and it is incomplete. And great play. They were in man because each defender went all the way across the field with them. And that's going to be a 4th down and 5 at the 40-yard line.
He's on the field quick for the punt. Maybe too quick.
All right, here we are. Back for the punt, and good snap. East is setting up a return. Ball bounces, and it's going to be down at about the 19-yard line.
Yep, 19-20, somewhere around.
All right.
So that'll be a David Norris 1st down. Please vote for David Norris for district attorney. Paid for by David Norris.
All right, East coming out, the 19-yard line coming out, so looks like they're going to be, haven't decided yet what they're going to do. Going to have a slot to the left, a wing inside like a nasty wing, and no split in this time. So, he fumbled the snap. He throws it outside and to Hinton. And it's
he almost. That's about 8, I believe.
So Davis with his, that's his 4th TD?
4 TD, 3 running. And
4 TD, 1 on defense, 3 on offense. And it is 35-0. I
think he might possibly be a candidate for player of the game. What do you think, Tom?
Yeah, I think he might deserve to be mentioned. Yeah. And snap is back on the go. Quick lube extra point by Sisk is good. We're at 36-0. We'll be right back.
Yeah, I was looking at it. Looked like kind of a weird number, 32. Tyshawn Lineberger as listed as quarterback.
Okay.
Of course,
it says 9th grade too.
Oh, okay.
So but you got a package with Mayfield. Shoot, snap him the ball, don't snap it over his head, and he's probably going to get you a few yards, 4 yards to be in fact. And so we're down to 4:16 in the 3rd quarter. Lincoln County High School football, brought to you by Bugbusters of Lincolnton. You're listening to KTC Broadcasting. You can hear us on LincolnCounty.com, KTC Broadcasting YouTube channels. Are we anywhere else? We're all over the place.
LincolnCounty.com is kind of where you can get to us.
I think I said that one.
You might have. I don't know.
I might have.
I was looking at it because it's already.
This is like being home. My wife doesn't listen to me either.
What did you say? I can't. What are you talking about? I'm just looking. I brought up the Max Preps, and apparently Lincolnton's got another 6 points we don't know about. Because they got 27-0, and so I'm like,
that's not right.
It's throwing me off a little bit.
But see, there's a running clock up in Pumpkin Center.
Yeah, 49-0. East Lincoln over North, and Lincoln Charter coming back against Christ the King, tied it at 14.
3rd time they start in Wolves territory on the possession. Stillwell keeps it, races around the right side, crosses the 20, And he's ushered out of bounds at the 10-yard line. So that'll be a Turner Hauser Insurance first down for East Gaston. And they're knocking on the door.
Zay Coleman is taking out not only East Gaston players, but that time he took out his own player, number 44, Jamarius Wilson. But he's up now. I think he was kind of surprised he got taken out there by his teammate.
So gain of 12, and it's going to be first and goal right at the 10-yard line. They cannot get a first down before they get to the end zone.
Well, they put the sticks down.
Yeah, so yep, right at the 10 or barely inside of it.
That's the second time that Stillwell was able to get out, faking the handoff, pulling it back, and getting around the end. So good job there by the freshman.
Let's see if they can do anything with this after that Turner Hauser Insurance first down. Quick snap, handoff to Stafford. A little bit of room there. Kind of dances right then left. Advances the ball to about the 7-yard line. So again, hard-earned yardage for Stafford. Gain of 3, and it'll be second and goal from the 7.
Well, I'll tell you what, they do play hard. Stafford, good job there. Just a little off tackle to the right.
So give credit to new coach, very young coach, Nate Medici.
Medici? No. Medici.
That's what you thought.
Yeah, I still think it's Medici. It sounds more,
Yeah.
Italian.
Sounds like all the people I grew up with. Hand off to Stafford, and he's met in the backfield. Number 75, Jaden McConaughey. He takes up a lot of space in the middle, blew through a block.
Tell you what, pretty good speed there, too, from the
yes.
quick end. Yeah, be smart here, at least, try to get that touchdown, but, give your kicker, Caleb Smith, an opportunity to.
Yeah, this will be it'll be less than 45 yards this time. The ball was snapped now would be a 26-yard attempt. And we've got a timeout. East Gaston's not afraid to use them.
No.
So we've got a timeout here. We'll take a timeout, and we'll be back with the third and goal for East Gaston.
Bugbusters now has a new location in Lincolnton. They are now
yard and 1 foot total. So they're still going to their famous stuff. Everybody back. Another, yep, and they're going to run the quarterback, and was that
touchdown?
That was a touchdown, so that will be Fountain Electric touchdown, providing electrical services and contracting across the region. All right, well, we're getting ready for the kick. It's in the third quarter of the MEPUB quarter. It's going at the Raymond James Financial scoreboard is 6-19, and the score is going to be hopefully 21-7 East Rutherford. And I didn't bring him bad luck. He got it good. 21-7. We'll be back right after this.
Bessemer City guys wanted that call, but it wasn't called, and a touchdown, Jordan Ussery.
So that's a 55-yard punt return by Ussery. So almost had one the last time. That time he's able, and he was awfully close to out of bounds. And some of the faithful here thought he might have stepped out. I couldn't tell. Referees let it go, so it's on the board as Sisk on the go quick lube. Extra point. Snap back. Kick up. Kick good. 43-0 on your Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. We'll be right back.
So Lincolnton takes over at their own 5-yard line. 2:04 to go in the third quarter. Rashad Lynch back to pass, throws. He's got R.J. Lynch on a crossing pattern. He's across the 30. He's got some open space. 40, 50, Across the 40 again. One man trying to beat him. He's got a convoy to the end zone. Touchdown! 95 yards, Lynch to Lynch. And that blows it open here in the third quarter. What a nice play, nice crossing pattern. And you just want to get RJ into open space, let him do his thing.
Yeah, he was kind of lined up at the left slot and just kind of broke up the hashes. His brother Rashad just looked right at him, put it on a dime, and then all the rest of it was RJ. Came all the way across the field, used that speed, and outran. I thought zero there for East Gaston. Amani Hayward was going to take the angle, but he just outran the angle and was able to get in for a 95-yard touchdown.
And a nice downfield block by Messiah Thompson. So Trejo for the extra point. The kick is up, and it's good. So on the first Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, 1:47 to go in the third quarter. It's Lincolnton 28, East Gaston 0. You're listening to Lincoln County Football.
All right, listening to the Red Zone radio broadcast. I'm Kevin Hastings along with Dennis Davis and Chip Carter and Andre Bush in the house. I'm trying to figure out who I need to mute over here. Let's mute this one. What you got there, JP? 28-0. Who's winning? I got to see if he knew the answer to that one. I'm going to let you guys go over some of the scores while I tweet out the scores to the public.
No finals yet, folks. Oh, we got 2 finals, right?
Oh, yeah, we do. Look at that. Wow. Uh-huh.
Wow. Bonnie Combs having it tough this year.
That's just fitting based on her lack of enthusiasm for University of North Carolina Charlotte football. All right, run down these scores real quick. Andre, would you like to do a row? Or all right, yeah, we're gonna go easy on his voice.
He's
all
too
right.
busy counting his money.
Yeah, I was about to say he's developing his strategy over here. So, all right, Dennis. Well, I'll take the left side and the top of the middle row, and then we'll let you take over. Burns shutting out Bessemer City 43-0. East Rutherford leading High Brighton 21-14. It's as JP just told us. Lincolnton blanking East Gaston 28-0. Shelby shutting out Cherryville 42-0. A lot of shutouts on this part. East Lincoln shutting out North Lincoln 49-0. Ashbrook extending their lead over South Point 20-7. Brian Branches looks like he's going to make Ken Lincoln and I look like we don't know what we're talking about. He's going to have bragging rights next week in the Witherspoon Insurance pregame show. Davie County leads North Davidson 14-0. It's Mooresville over East Forsyth 21-14. East Forsyth was up early there. Charles D. Owen leads Polk County 14-7. We don't have an update on Avery County versus Madison yet. Of course, they're out in the middle of nowhere, so that might take a while for the carrier pigeons to give us the update. Hendersonville leads Mitchell 21-7. No update on Statesville versus West Stokes. Kings Mountain shutting out Forest View 28-0. Kramer blanking Highland Tech 49-0. Hunter Huss leads North Gaston 17-7. North Stanley doubling Mountain Island Charter score 28-14. Lincoln Charter has tied things up with Christ the King 14-all, and Hickory shutting out Fred T. Ford 43-0.
Well, Chip, if it makes you feel better, I told Ken I would have picked South Point also because beating Ashbrook 3 times in a row is a major accomplishment.
Or beating South Point 3 times in a row.
Yeah. South Point, excuse me.
Yeah.
And by the way, that Lincoln Charter, I've got a friend whose son plays on it. And he went up to Michigan last week because the former UNCC coach is now temporarily the head coach at the University of Michigan.
Oh, okay.
Biff Pogel or whatever his name was.
Yep.
Jason Sane, not this Jason Sane, but the Jason Sane who's was a house member. All right, let's get on to the scores here. It's Mount Airy 29-21 over St. Stephen's. No score yet in Watauga and Irwin. I'll save that one for you, Chip.
I'm trying to find it.
Okay. We have the Roberson Rams 27, the South Caldwell Spartans 6. We have Alexander Central 28 and South Iredale 12. We've got McDowell Titans, who are on a winning streak this year, 19-7 over the Inca Jets. And Freedom has come back 42-20 over the AC Reynolds Rockets. Freedom's having a good year this year, too.
They're undefeated. Yeah, I picked them to defeat AC Reynolds. Reynolds usually no slouch to try to beat.
Good pick, Chip. We've got Thomas Jefferson over Albemarle, 13-6. you were worried about their jet lag when they got there.
They woke up now as they head into the second half, it looks like.
And we still haven't found anything on Chase and West Caldwell. Somebody call us and let us know. Drone has not scored yet, but that didn't stop RS because they've got 35.
Yeah.
And East Burke took a cue from them, and they're 36-0 over Patton. And it's Bandy's 34, Bunker Hill 6, Maiden 7, and West Iredale 0. I know pregame we were talking about a close game in that one too.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Corvian 28, Lake Norman Charter 0. You've got North Iredale.
Yep.
Yeah, 49-7.
That light blue kind of is hard to interpret sometimes.
And when you're my age, it's all hard to interpret. You've got South Stanley 47, Bonnie Cone. Bonnie's twirling in her grave because she's got 0. And in a close one, we have the North Henderson Vikings 14, the Pisgah Bears 13. That's up in your neck of the woods.
Yes,
up
sir.
there. And you got Smoky Mountain 54, East Henderson 0, and it was West Henderson 7 and Tuscola 7, another one of those mountain rivalries up there.
Yep.
Okay. Well, Chip may have been onto something. They're coming back.
We'll see. There's a long way to go for either one. Trying to see if we got any more updates here. We're going to start seeing some running clocks coming here shortly for a lot of these games.
Well, Shelby's got one over there at Cherryville.
Mm-hmm.
And Burns has got one now.
Yep. Yeah.
And we'll come back with some more scores here in just a few minutes on the broadcast. We're going to send you out to East Rutherford and High Brighton for right now.
Okay, did it give him a flag? He can't. That's. He can't.
He went over to
the
30-yard line, Coach. His whole body was across the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that wasn't. I hate to say it, but that was bad mark.
Let's see what we got. We have.
That'd be
let's see what we got. Yeah, we got it for the timeout.
That'd be a timeout for Raymond James Financial. Take a timeout and call Raymond James Financial Service in Forest City.
All right, we're going to go ahead and take a 30-second break. We'll be right back.
Big game, big appetite. Swing by Mi Pablito for the ultimate victory. From sizzling fajitas to over 100 mouth-watering dishes, we've got you covered no matter your craving. How about fried ice cream, brownies, and funnel cake fries that will score big with your sweet tooth? Come see us at Rutherford and Forest City or order ahead at mepubs.com. Stay connected on Facebook and Instagram too at Mi Pablito Mex, because good food is always worth cheering for.
Welcome back to Friday Night Football. While we were away, they checked the chains, and it is an East Rutherford first down.
That's a David Norris first down. Please vote for David Norris for district attorney.
See how they didn't do it. Of course, they moved him back. He was across the line. But either way, it's first down's a first down. Now we got the nose on the white line, so we know where the first down is next time. So it's first down on the 30-yard line for East Rutherford Cavaliers.
You see one off the sideline? That's not illegal, I thought.
Yeah, it is. As long as trading out players. Pinkerton is back in the game.
He wouldn't get him time to put his glove on?
They're fixing to mark him. They're going to snap it. A reverse. They got it played pretty good, too. Yes,
Ooh,
that's
good
about
tackle.
a 10-yard loss. That might have been the situation, Coach, to plant and turn up field, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was C.J. Jackson on the reverse, and they actually read it. Brighton read it and come right up the field. And like I said, the only hope he had was try to turn it up field, but he kept trying to get wide. So that's going to be 2nd down and 20.
East needs to just get a few yards and punt it, if nothing else, but they go in the wrong direction. They're backing up.
Right. The main plays are working for them. The
Trick
surprise
plays.
trick plays are not working too good for them. Come back for a pass.
And all they doing is blitzing. Did they intercept it?
I don't know if it's batted down or intercepted or what. They've not said anything yet.
They ain't marking it down, Coach. That's another loss.
Could have been. Okay, it's 3rd down. Undoubtedly, it's batted down, and East Rutherford lineman called it. So, of course, they can do that if it's batted down first.
They had a 1st and 10, now they 1st, 3rd, and 25.
And that's going to be from about the 16-yard line. Again, nothing crazy. Get the ball out is the main thing right now. Get a little breathing room. Here again, Coach. We've coached years and everything. It's just not our place to guess to coach. I'm not trying to do that either.
Ooh, face mask got away with it.
Did they throw it? They didn't throw it, did they?
No.
All right, they got back almost to the original line of scrimmage, not quite.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a flag for something. I think it's against Brighton.
15 jumping. He must have done something or said something.
Yeah, number 3 kind of got over top of him after tackle, so for Brighton. See what they call on it. And that's it. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Brighton, so that is a...
That's David Norris, 1st down. Vote for David Norris. That'd be a Carolina penalty. Carolina Auto Finance has your dream car on the lot. Like new cars, used cars, shop cars, trucks, and SUV can be yours. Specialized plan.
Coach, they didn't move that by 5 yards on unsportsmanlike. Because wasn't he down on the 40-yard line?
30, I
Was
believe.
it 30? Okay. Yeah, they started on 30. You're right. Yeah, you're right. So they did
Give him
move it 15, yeah. I thought he threw it.
He did. He threw it and hit the defender. He caught it back and ran with it.
That is a completion and a reception, both for Landon Flynn for 12 yards.
That is also a David Norris 1st down. Vote for David Norris, district attorney.
That's one thing Brighton's getting up in his face and giving him a hard time as far as making a clear pass. So maybe they need to move him out of the pocket a little bit. Hand off to Pickerton, gets about 1 yard. All right, ball's going to be on the 40-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 9 to go for the Cavaliers. All right, here we go. Get the play from the sideline. And a little equipment adjustment, and here we go. So twins to the right. Also have the little nasty back to the right. Split in the left. With Pinkerton to the left. Going in motion. Oh, he caught it! Or did he?
Ain't marking it. pick up.
That was a catch by C.J. Jackson on the sideline.
A great scramble.
Flynn was scrambling for his life and happened to see they throwed up to make a play on him, and he tossed it to Jackson. Great play. It's going to be first down on about the 27-yard line.
That's a David Norris first down.
Ooh. There you go. Ooh. All right. I thought he might have got a flag on that for piling on, but
cramps getting a hold of him.
Yeah, it's Pinkerton's kind of cramping up a little bit. He's going to have to come out of the game.
This is just the third quarter too.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's been a hot coach. It's already 9:30. I mean, most games are over with.
Well, the thing about it is he's rushed for a lot of yards, but that also works against you.
And he played defense most of the time.
Playing both ways is tough.
All right, here we go. We got trips to the right, and we have Whiteside to the right. Flynn taking it under center and rolling out. Flat play. That should be to Hinton probably. Was that 22? Airwood, excuse me. Probably Airwood, 22, I think. I couldn't see who caught it, but I thought he had it too. I think it's Airwood. And they got about a 6-yard gain. It winds up being third down and long 2, short 3. Looking sideline for the call. And it looks like they're confused right now.
No huddle.
All right, here we go. They got the bunch set to the left. Going to swing out. Oh, great pull.
Yeah, definitely.
He was going to hand the ball off to Whitesides, and he saw that 2 guys was coming after him. He pulled it, and he got the first down, Coach.
That was great. That's a great job by the quarterback. I thought they had him,
all right,
but he pulled it. So that'd be a David Norris first down. Vote for David Norris for district attorney.
Okay, the ball's going to be on the 16-yard line. First down for East Rutherford. They have twins to the left, and Pinkerton's back in. And they actually have trips to the left. They got a little tight end Hinton. Airwood, sitting out there just a little bit. Flexed out a little bit. He's not truly out. He's just flexed out. I think they're going to get a. Like we're going to have a East Rutherford. Okay, it's not. It's going to be the end of the quarter. That's the end of the MePub's third quarter on the Raymond James Financial Scoreboard. Scores 21-14 East Rutherford, and we'll be back in just a minute.
There's a lot of advantage packed into your Ingalls Advantage card. For starters, you get great discounts and advantage pricing throughout the store. You build up fuel points to save big money at the pump. You can link it to a school of your choice to reward them with supplies they need. You get weekly sales alerts on items you buy the most when you sign up for Advantage Mail, and even special perks around the holidays. So get the advantage with your Ingalls Advantage card. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
At Fountain Electric, we believe every home deserves exceptional electrical service. We are trustworthy, reliable, and hassle-free. Integrity and customer focus are the main values that guide us. We aim to build lasting relationships with homeowners based on respect and mutual trust. Fountain Electric, lighting your home, elevating your life. Contact us today.
Still got us? Chad? Chad. Thought we went to a commercial there. So right now it's going to be East Rutherford first down at the 16-yard line going in on the MePub's fourth quarter scoreboard by Raymond James Financial. I do want to thank, while we're going here, thank Chad Mefford for Chad Video Service for all the graphics and commercials he does. All right, here we go.
Swing.
Fling,
Quarterback
swing
keep.
left. He's keeping the ball, and he's picked up about 5 or 6 yards. No, more than that, Coach, about 9 yards. All right, we are having some technical difficulty getting things done, so we're going to be live until we're told that we don't need to be. So right now it's going to be second down, and it was about 7-yard pickup. So like I said, what I was trying to say off that is Chad Mefford does a lot of things for everybody. If you are getting married soon, you need your videograph done, just call him at 828-429-5148. Each brother was in a bunch set to the right, quarterback keep, and that should be a touchdown. I don't know. Yes, they give it to him. And I don't know, was that Flynn quarterback keeping it, or was that?
I think they put, what's the name in the backfield, didn't they? Pinkerton, but.
Okay, I couldn't tell. There's bunched up so much I couldn't tell. Either way, it is a Fountain Electric touchdown. Fountain Electric providing electrical service and contracting across the region. Also, they offer Fountain Finance and more at fountainelectric.com. Here we go, Queen for the PAT. And it is blocked. It is blocked. So the score on the Raymond James Financial scoreboard is East Rutherford 27, Maiden 14 with 11:21 to go in the game. Right now we're going to stay on air because, like I said, okay, we're going to take a 30-second break right now.
Blue 42, Blue 40.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Red Zone Radio channel. We're going to end the show here about 9:45, about 7-8 minutes. We got some finals. We got some postponements. And we got some updated scores. I'm going to let Chip roll through the scores for just a few moments, let everybody know what's going on. And then, like I said, we're going to sign off about 9:45. Postgame show begins at 10, brought to you by Full Throttle Power Sports. Chip, take it away.
All right, the scores that we've confirmed as final. Burns shuts out Bessemer City 50-0. Is North Iredell over Pine Lake Prep 49-7. South Stanley shuts out Bonnie Cone 47-0. Smoky Mountain defeats East Henderson 54-6. And Watauga got scared and decided not to play Irwin tonight. They had to wait one more night. And actually, I think it was the weather. Apparently thunderstorms or something in the area were lingering. So they have postponed Watauga versus Irwin till tomorrow night. But the current following games we have not confirmed as final. Here are the scores we have. East Rutherford up on High Brighton 27-14. Lincolnton blanking East Gaston 28-0. Shelby up big on Cherryville 62-0. East Gaston up big on North Lincoln 49-0. Ashbrook clinging to a 20-14 lead over South Point at this time. Davie County leads North Davidson 14-0. Mooresville up on East Forsyth 42-14. Owen and Polk tied at 14. No update on Madison and Avery County as of yet. Hendersonville leads Mitchell 21-7. Statesville leads West Stokes 21-7. Kings Mountain blanking Forest View 35-0. It's Kramer shutting out Highland Tech 56-0. Hunter Huss up on North Gaston 17-7. North Stanley leads the Mountain Island Charter 34-21. Lincoln Charter and Christ the King tied at 14. Hickory leading Ford 43-0. Mount Airy over St. Stephen's 36-28. T.C. Robertson leading South Caldwell 27-6. Alexander Central leads South Iredell 28-12. It's McDowell over Inca 26-7. A.C. Reynolds losing to Freedom. Freedom up 42-20. Thomas Jefferson clinging to a 13-6 lead over Albemarle. Chase leads West Caldwell 32-8. R.S. Central blank and drawn 42-0. East Burke shutting out Patton 36-0. Bandy's leads Bunker Hill 34-6. It's Maiden leading West Iredell 14-0. Corvine Community shutting out Lake Norman Charter 28-0. Pisgah takes the lead against North Henderson 21-14. And West Henderson and Tuscola tied 7-7. Those are our scores at this time. Again, we do have a few finals. Burns beats Bessemer City 50-0. North Iredell has defeated Pine Lake Prep 49-7. South Stanley shuts out Bonnie Cone and wins 47-0. Smoky Mountain defeats East Henderson 54-6. And again, the Watauga-Irwin game has been postponed to tomorrow due to weather.
All right, folks. Like I said, 9:45. We're going to sign off right here in just a few moments. We've got a few finals. Next week's games, we're going to do some top 10 here in just a little bit. We'll update that. Next week's broadcast in Rutherford County, RS Central, and Chase. Should be a slobber knocker up there for that one. East Lincoln at Bunker Hill, but we may have Lincoln Charter next week hosting Corvion at UNC Charlotte, possibly. So I'm going to talk to David on that one.
Jerry Richardson Stadium?
Yes, Jerry Richardson Stadium. Forestfield Crest, Kramer at Shelby, and then the big game of the week. We should just go do the game. We should, Chip, I know you're new here. We used to.
How long do I have to be here for I'm no longer new?
We used to do the pregame show from the stadiums, like College Game Day.
That'd be sweet.
We used to do that. Problem is getting back here for Red Zone, and then,
spotty internet.
Well, that too. Getting people on. We've got to put people on the radio, so we got to have people back here in the studios. So it's a whole mess, setting up a tent and all that stuff and power, and then breaking it down and getting back here in time and everything. So,
folks, when Kevin brought me on to help with the pregame show and the Red Zone and the postgame show, it's not because I'm talented or anything. Kevin's got a lot going on. I watch him and Calvin run around like chickens with their heads cut off, because we got a lot of broadcasts to try to bring as much Friday Night Football to y'all on the radio, on the internet, and on video as much as we can, and trying to sync all that and get that organized and make sure it works and it sounds appropriate and stays going and stays online. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. So
Chip don't notice he's got to do it all next year because we're going to be at Kramer watching high school football.
We're going to take a break real quick.
You and Zach and JP are going to have to run this next year.
Awesome.
That's if nephew gets promoted. He's a 9th grader.
I look forward to my training course.
I don't see, and I was being asked if he's going to get to move up, and I'm looking at the depth charts like, I don't know. He's definitely not one of the biggest kids. He's running Mike linebacker. He's got a good arm, trying to get him to play quarterback. But so I don't know. It's one of those things where I guess it's a roster thing, whether or not he needs, because there's plenty of 10th graders on the JV team at Kramer. It's not like that. It's not like 10th graders are playing varsity at Kramer.
I've heard you talking about it. And at this point, I know we're about a third of the way through the season, I guess. But it's fair to say Kramer's probably the surprise team for our region, the surprise team of the year, at least at this point.
What did he say? 42?
I didn't even hear.
Ask JP what he just said. 42 Lincolnton. So Cleveland County, 112, 147-0 right now.
Without one of their teams playing this week.
147-0. All right, Ashbrook is up a touchdown on South Point. That game's late. We got that on Twitter. We'll have highlights of that one. We'll talk to Jeff Miller, who's at that game, covering that game. Maiden up 14-0 on West Iredell right now. We're going to send it out to that East Rutherford game, let them end it up for that. We'll be back in just a second to give you the scores that we got left before we sign off.
The ball, he's going to be down. He's going to be a first down, Coach.
First down.
A little aiding the runner again, but getting by with it. And it's going to be, let's see what they got.
He might be a little short.
I think they're going to give the High Brighton Panthers first down.
That'll be a David Norris first down. Vote for David Norris for district attorney. Paid for by David Norris.
All right, we've got double slots now with Mitchell to the right of Lipton. They got a good motion come across and hand it underneath again. And he is going. He's going. That is a touchdown. That was a 30-yard touchdown by D.K. Mitchell. That is a Fountain Electric touchdown, providing electrical service and contracting across the region. Also offering Fountain Auto and more, fountainelectric.com. All right, Coach, it makes it a little tighter. Right now it's a 7-point game. They get the extra point, it makes it a 6-point game.
Well, Coach, I think they're starting to wear East front line down a little bit.
I think that's it.
Basically, they just running the same play up the middle. They just pounding and pounding.
Yep. Okay, the kick is good, and the score is 27-21 in the fourth quarter, MEPUB fourth quarter. The Raymond James Financial Scoreboard is 9:09 left to go. 27-21 East Rutherford. We'll be right back.
Cole's Carpet and Flooring since 1989 has been family owned and operated, providing affordable quality flooring. Cole's has...
All right, folks, you just saw it right there. High Brighton scores, makes it 27-21. I'm going to let Chip go through the scores one more time, and then we're going to sign off here on the Red Zone channel. Stay on the same YouTube channel. We'll be back in a few moments at 10 o'clock for the postgame show, folks, where you guys can listen to the postgame show, watch the postgame show. Appreciate everyone helping out and giving us some updates. I'll do the best I can to update as well.
We're going to try our best. One of our primary sources right now is not helping.
Well, yeah, Max Preps is down, so that's not helping us at all. So I want to thank for some of the folks posting at home. We do got some updates. Thank some of you guys. Chase 3916 is that's what somebody just posted. We'll trust you. It's postponed as well. PPD. We'll leave those reds since they hadn't played. Apparently, there's some rain in the mountains, and they just don't want it. You know, there was a time rain news. We had the same motto as the mailman did, and we'd play through all that shit, but no longer in North Carolina. Lightning. Oh. Everybody do a little. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? All right, Jim, I'll let you handle that.
Run down the scores here. We got 2 postponed games. We think tentatively. I know one of them looks like confirmed and one tentative. Watauga and Irwin has been postponed to tomorrow, or we think Avery County and Madison has also been postponed. Final scores: Burns blanks Bessemer City 50-0. North Iredell over Pine Lake Prep 49-7. South Stanley over Bonnie Cone 47-0. Smoky Mountain wins big over East Henderson 54-6. Now, these following games we have not confirmed. They are still ongoing as of our last update. East Rutherford leading High Brighton 27-21. Lincolnton up big on East Gaston 42-0. Shelby up even bigger on Cherryville 62-0. East Gaston leads North Lincoln 49-0. Ashbrook leads South Point right now 20-14. Davie County over North Davidson 14-0. Mooresville leading East Forsyth 42-14. Charles D. Owen and Polk County tied at 14. Hendersonville leads Mitchell 21-7. Statesville over West Stokes 21-7. Kings Mountain shutting out Forest View 35-0. Kramer blanking Highland Tech 56-0. Hunter Huss leads North Gaston 17-7. North Stanley over Mountain Island Charter 34-21. Lincoln Charter and Christ the King tied at 14. Hickory leads Fred T. Ford 43-0. Mount Airy's up on St. Stephen's 36-28. T.C. Robertson leading South Caldwell 27-6. Alexander Central leads South Iredell 28-12. McDowell up on Inca 26-7. Freedom leads AC Reynolds 42-20. Thomas Jefferson leads Albemarle 13-6. It's Chase up on West Caldwell 39-16. RS Central blanking Drawn 42-0. East Burke shutting out Patton 36-0. Bandy's over Bunker Hill 34-6. Maiden on top leading West Iredell 14-0. Corvian Community leads Lake Norman Charter 28-0 in our 2 matchups of Haywood County versus Henderson County. Pisgah leads North Henderson 21-14, and West Henderson and Tuscola tied at 7.
All right, folks, we're going to sign off. We'll be back at 10 o'clock for the postgame show, and we might be doing it the old-fashioned way because we don't have Max Prep stuff. We're going to have to make some phone calls and text and do it the old way. All right, folks, we'll be back. KTCBroadcasting.com.
right before our very eyes.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Incredible man, I only do things incredible can. Cause I am the seed of a chosen breed. You don't see